And a big old happy Wednesday. Christopher Tompkins here for your morning huddle. So this morning we had a really good meeting. We were talking about something that I wrote down and made some notes on that I think would be really interesting for me to share with y'all here. Email marketing. Okay, not something really that new, but one of the things that we were devising this morning was kind of an update to a couple strategic campaigns that we're executing for a couple product clients, and we were coming up with some ideas, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, email really doesn't get all of the good attention that it used to get. When I was back in the dark ages, when I was in school, we'd be taught the rules of how much email, and you can do this and you can do that. But here's with the GDPR rules, which are now the new standard of email marketing, where it's frowned upon to purchase lists as well as to kind of just scrape emails, meaning just grab emails from online and then just send out to them. So those are all things that are kind of in the past, unless you can wrap them into a strategy that works for you. So I wanted to kind of go through a couple of the main email activities that you just might want to consider for your own business. Okay, so what better way to get in touch with people than via email? Obviously, I think in person and phone calls and having that interpersonal real relationship is wonderful. But here's the thing, it's kind of easy to send out emails and get in front of people as well, just to kind of give yourself that extra touch point. So if email marketing isn't something that is the be all and end all of your strategy, God bless you. Good for you. I'm saying this is another layer that you can add on, because email marketing is something that can fit really nicely and snugly in with the other marketing things that you're executing. So if you're writing a blog, why don't you share your blog as an email blast to your subscribers, to your clients, to anybody like that? Maybe you have a report or you have an incentive that you've created. These are all things that are really great to share with people that they might not have access to. Not everyone's going to your website, folks, every single day. Sorry, I know, boo-hoo. I want people on my site every day too, but that's not how it goes. They have to have a reason to go there. And email marketing is a really great way for you to kind of continually show your audience how much you are thinking about them, as well as keeping your brand in the forefront of their minds. Now, the traditional thing that we were talking about this morning is, straight up newsletter, going through a newsletter approach, which would be like maybe once a month, kind of like an overview of everything that's happened to you. Oh my God, nothing happens at my company. Yeah, I heard that before. There's always something. But let's think about, maybe a newsletter is not the way to go. Maybe, like I said before, maybe it's a blog. Or maybe it's just a personal letter from the CEO or the main spokesperson of your company. That could be something that is interesting. If you want to tie it into a news cycle, I think that's something that you can do as well, but I think that's reaching a little bit. You want to stay relevant, whereas you are relevant to your audience currently. I think kind of wrapping yourself into other news stories is okay, but I wouldn't do it on the regular basis, just because it would seem a little disingenuous. You don't want to be a brand new person all of a sudden because you're doing email marketing. You want to have that as an extension. So again, you can do your once a month little dealio, or you can do send out blogs, maybe write one a week or a couple a month. That's another really great way of getting out there. Like I said before, if you have any sort of incentives that you have on your website, like currently we have a Zoom presentation ebook that kind of shows you how to really up your game on Zoom if you're just starting to do a lot of it. So people can go in there and just download that for free. And that's a great way to show our expertise and also help people out. And then you can grow your email database. So it's a triple win. Then if you were looking to do something a little bit more campaign centric, you might want to do something around a discount. I like to not always discount, because if you're only sending out coupons, you are seen as a discount retailer. So I think there are exceptions to that rule, folks. Don't nail me against the wall here. But there are, I don't do a lot of those discounts, just because I do feel like they can tarnish your brand a little bit. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can go through and you can purchase email lists that have been verified. Now, if you want to do that, you're probably looking at about 12 cents an email address for ones that are verified. And so it is going to be a sizable amount of money. So you want to make sure that you're going to find a program that would support you mailing out and it will do it in a more secure way. There are lots of programs that you can find that will help you do that. And that's going to be a really great way of driving lots of traffic or interest with a special discount or deal, or maybe you're even starting an automation. That's what those are really good for, because you're going to have to vet those people a few times. Just because they're a member of a list and they're supposed to be perfect, they're not always perfect. So the first thing you want to think about there is, how can we get the right message to those individuals? It could be a one-time blast, could be a multiple, or it could be a multi-step. And that kind of takes us through to email drip campaigns and automations. If you have any forms on your website, I highly suggest, as so does my team, that you have some sort of automation or autoresponder built on every one of your forms. Say, for example, if you had a standard newsletter sign up on your website, what if you sent after someone signs up, you would send them 3 emails in a sequence, which would be kind of have like an engagement cadence as well as a sales cadence to it. And then you would be able to get in touch with them a couple different times with maybe another offer, maybe something different, maybe something that they would be interested in based on whatever the sign up is, because you can make it very specific. So if I'm a product and it's like, would you like to receive more coupons? Sign up today. Then I would put them onto a 3 coupon sequence and then put them into the main batch. So there's different things that you can do with email, as well as just sending them out one by one. You can do that. That's still okay. You don't have to batch everything. But I think it's a really great way for you to get in front of people that you may not have the opportunity of getting in front of. Also, a hot tip, play with your times. Send it at 5 o'clock in the morning. Send it at 10 o'clock at night. Try some different things. But one thing I will always suggest is that know who you're sending it to, know what they want to hear about from you, and think about when they open their emails. There's lots of studies out there that you can Google. Hey, Google, it's out there and it works. Blowing my mind here. You can Google things. You can and do, because I still do it. Everyone does. No one's all-knowing here. So make sure that you have all of that stuff in order before you want to execute that, because if you don't, it kind of doesn't really work so well. All right, so that's email, folks. I think that it's, especially right now, if you're looking for something that's kind of cost-effective and fast, this is a really great way to kind of just get in front of your customers again. Just remember, be relevant and think about your customers. Don't think about what you want. Think about what they want from you. Okay? All right, folks, I have to go. I have conference calls, but I'll be back tomorrow, which is Thursday. I am going to learn the days of this week, I promise. But I'll talk to you really soon. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you.